Hello. Ah, there you go. Okay. Right. Let's do a little bit of this. Press the wave start. Let's go. Spacebar for that. And then it's speed. Go fast. That was the 2 of the rune instead of mana. Max damage, I reckon. Ah, there you go. Also got the upgrade available. Ah, is the game too loud? Yeah, that could be. Okay, thank you for letting me know. Just whack that down then. Just like YouTube. You have to have it down to like 0 for it to be about right. Going down. That's what you get for playing on heroic, and not just whacking out as much as possible. Was it a victory though? Mm-hmm. Wonder what happens if you just go full on fire. Seems like the frost might have actually had an impact there. Yeah, you could only have one. That's right. Maybe that's why you want to go frost. It's actually legit difficult, so you have to try a frost. What if I tried a frost there? Right in the middle. Two frosts now, and then a fireball. Immobilize all enemies. That's big. That's big. That was a good one. There's no third path. You're going to need more fire. That's going to be better for fire. See, the synergy there works better, doesn't it? Freezing them up and then bigger fireball. So you could see the differences on how I played it. Now you got the 50. 50. Oh my gosh, the paraffin. So we do the frozen again, I think. And you generate the mana if you build there. Didn't actually mean to build that, but we got it now. So what's this? How do I check the paraffin again? That's always important. Show me the paraffin. Blue and green go past this together, so this would be good for damage. Okay, can't do much editing there. You got a lot of mana. Mana gets spent on the big stuff. That was close. Feels like I'm going to leak in a moment. Oh shit. Yep. No. One got through. That's not good enough. That sort of thing end up getting... Oh yeah, look. Attacks have a 35% chance to do extra bonus damage. You do really want the fire there, to be honest. I've overspent my budget, only 35% on the mana regeneration. I'd always be tempted to do another frost. But I guess fire. That was better. Although, where do we go from here? I've done all the upgrades now. So I can't spend any more money. Actually, I've got rejuvenation. Not that that's a big deal, but there you go. Gets more power though, huh? 14 damage. 18 damage. So it does increase it. You getting it now? You getting it? To the altar. I've unlocked the plasma ring. This is the power we've built up so far. That's like the small AoE tower. Right, this is where you choose your RNG path. So, where do you really want to go? Place Arc Lightning on any tower. The next enemy to damage it will take 24 damage and be stunned for 2 seconds. I can't remember what the bottom right symbol means. Next attack will ignite the ground, dealing 9 damage over 8 seconds to enemies that remain on it. Increase any tower's max health by 18 and cause it to slow nearby enemies. They all seem pretty damn strong, actually. You could put this on any tower. I think you want to get as much AoE as possible, really. So it's between these two. Rhyme is pretty darn good. Oh, let's go with damage. Big damage. So you get increased range by 25%. So if you took the plasma ring there, that can reach much further. So we can try that. This has mana, so you're going to want frost there probably. Maybe frost there, fire and such. This is a nice square path. It's a lot of square paths. I mean, that one's really square too. Once again, you could go with that, actually. Auto build, right click a tower or essence to have it automatically build or assign when you have enough fragments. Uh-oh. I think that's too risky to have this as the AoE tower here. You've already got frost. Let's do the fire. Nice. So that you know whether you can upgrade or not. Is it Scorched Earth time? Bit late for that. Although if the Scorched Earth hits there, that's good. You can see the damage of the tower too. We want all that information. Just have all that information up all the time. Very helpful. That's right with me. I think a Frozen Touch works well with that Scorched Earth effect. I'm not sure, to be honest, Phaedric. There's no new levels as far as I know. It's kind of a succinct tower defense that you can pick up and play. Oh. This is bad. I could do another one. I should be spending money. Almost leaked. Nice, just about. Temple's another RNG section. Increase the power, range, and max health of a tower by 20%. Last 10 seconds. Cannot last. That must be the cooldown, the bottom right. 40 is the amount of shots or something. Or the damage. Not sure. The cost is the top right. Next attack will gain 125% bonus damage but reduce generated mana by 2. Freeze all enemies in range. That's obviously very good. You get 2 essences. I'm not 41, I'm 42 now. I think I've already got it on like heroic. Legendary would just be too punishing for me showing you how the game works. I'd have to do a lot of restarts if I'm doing legendary. It's like, you haven't fucked up yet. Would you like to increase the difficulty? When this tower takes damage, it gains 5% power for 8 seconds. Power's better for damage. There's the path in. That looks good for a bit of the cheeky plasma. If you had the frost there, you could reach quite well. This one could just be sort of anything. It could be fire as well. Yeah. If you do frost, it's going to reach outside. I kind of like frost here. Let's do the electric plasma here. Oh, it's not good enough. You're going to make me lose my mind. I'll do the frost. Stacking up that frost, that's the key. This is going to give a lot of mana. It's very much out of the way though. So may as well just make that the arcane bolt. Fire could reach here. So I'm more inclined to go fire in that location. Cold snap. Freeze all enemies in range, dealing damage and stuff. That's a good backup one. If you go for that. And then we get plasma at the front. Oh, it's a boss boy. Uh-oh. Big lads now. Oh shit. They're just angrily taking it out of my towers. Trying to kill my towers, bro. So he's killed that one. Though it does come back, I think, at the start of the next one. Increase the power, range, and max health of a tower by 20%. Last 10 seconds. Cannot target self. So you wouldn't be able to do that on himself. So if you selected this and chose that and put it on this. Oh, I see. I think it can only affect towers that are in its range, so it's going to be one of these two that it affects, basically. So it's boosted. This looks like it's being boosted or something. Yeah, there's an infusion there. But is that just the boost on this? 19 damage. 19 damage. It's got to be on you. Gonna do the frosty here. So that's 7 damage. So when I get a boost in damage, yeah, it's 100, then it went up to 120%, so that makes sense. We like the Scorched Earth. This getting more health will help against the big lads, because the big lads like to destroy this one. Freeze all enemies in range, dealing 9 damage and stunning them. There's the freeze. Oh shit. These guys are going apeshit. There's no more upgrades I can do there. You could actually select that one. And then that gives it more power and more damage. Oh! Just about. Nexus is leveled up. He's got himself some incineration now. Basically a flamethrower tower. What do you mean, guy, Phaedric? I think you mean lady. Soulfire. Burn an enemy for 4 damage every second until it is defeated. Soulfire can only affect one enemy. So that's good versus bosses. Near the start, ice barrier. Place any ice barrier on any tower that absorbs 7 damage before exploding to deal. Oh, that one pony increases max health by 2, and that can stack. That's kind of good. I feel like this one's good for bosses though. You want to like stack up the perma health for the later levels. But we'll go with the damage. Posted some soup map. You've got heal for the damage done. Increase the range. I think this one is basically supposed to be the incineration tower. That's the indication. You're going to want to frost them. You're going to need a backup tower. Looks like that's the backup tower then. Incineration tower is like, help me, bro. It's too much. God damn. They're getting past. Restart. Let's go pure on fire then. I think the incineration tower is overrated. There's always one, isn't there? Seems like the incineration tower may not be that overrated. I mean, it's kind of weak later on, I feel. Try the incineration tower here then. Yeah, that's more or less good enough. And then we can go back to fire or whatnot. This seems to be working better. What's Silk Breaker? I've got to get the Scorched Earth on this one. Dirt 2 one. Okay. Oh, this is working nice. I think the frost and the fire complement. It's getting a bit sketchy though. I feel like I got one more in me. This is the last level. I'm getting nervous. Should be cheaper to get the level 2. Go straight for it. I think we've got it all set up now. No, Tyrande. Get him. Yeah. That's right. Bloody hell, that's close. How would you do that on like even harder difficulty? Plasma rings have a 25% chance to increase generated mana by 1 for 8 seconds when they hit an enemy. Reduce the power and speed of an enemy by 50%, cause it to take additional damage. There's so many mobs though, how effective is that? I do like slowing them down now. They call it a mine. Shards affect nearby towers or enemies and can be placed anywhere in the level. All enemies in range are slowed. Gain a stack of Aftershock for each essence. Cast in range. Consumes 5 stacks to stun all enemies. Both are good there. Any tower that is destroyed in range will be restored. Let's try the Aftershock. Although I would go for the Permafrost too. It's rainy. This looks like a good spot here for a power ring, but you can't do it. And I wanted to do a plasma ring. Oh well, I still will. Just try and stop me. Oh, sugar. It goes up there. Increase the power by 30%, but lose 1 health every 3 seconds. That one can heal though, can't it? Don't think that's the best position though, but... yeah, so you're gonna die now. It's all over. It's Joe over. It's just not good enough. It's not good enough. Imagine if I could increase the range of that. You do get shards though. But that doesn't increase the range. It's not sponsored actually, Super. I am doing a little bit of light personal promotion for it though. Out of the goodness of my heart. All in on the incineration. It's always good for the start and it doesn't matter so much later on. So even if it's taking damage. Get out of it, Phaedric. It's one of the highlights I think I was going to make a point on. That's right, Phaedric. Ah, Jody. Nice. Right. I mean, here's the pickle. The frost can affect... yeah, you do frost again. That's the only problem there. Gotta get that fucker. Oh no, the blue have got to come around here. That's not so bad. I'm quite on board with that. I could have done the frost here, actually. Never mind. I don't know what the AoE radius is of freeze all enemies, stun them in range. I mean, let's find out if that is true. Oh no. Damn it. That one bugger ruined my life. Should have targeted him. You slimy git. So the question is that frost actually going to affect them? The cooldown's longer if you've got bad mana. So you want to have a good mana ratio. Otherwise having things that do stuff based on mana is kind of redundant. So I still want to see if it freezes. I don't think it's freezing unless they're really close. So that's not the right position for that. It should be the other one then. There you go. The frost is definitely working there. That's pretty good. That's much better. Much better. Now this will be our fire instead of over there. Oh, it's still nasty though. Ah, you little buggers. So that can't do then. How many levels? There's quite a few. At least, yeah. I'll sort of show you. Anyway, if you right click then it will auto build when it can. So if we right click that, that should turn into scorched. There you go. It spends the resources straight away. Son of a bitches. They're still getting through. See, it's a trial and error where you have to sort of work out the right build. Fine, I'm going full on firepower here then. I'm going to do the soul fire, that new one that I got. It does damage over time. If it does bonus damage, you do really want that to have fire, actually. That didn't work. One of these days, Alice. Bang, zoom. Straight to the moon. I'm going to try the plasma ring there. Not sure how wasteful that is, but... it's making me a bit nervous. I'm going with the bigger damage now, not the scorched earth. Hey, the fuck where is he going? Excuse me? Damn it. I almost cleared that. What is the path? What is the right path here? Because whatever I'm choosing is not the right path. Right, we're bringing back the plasma tower. That's definitely not it. This is tough. A lot of my towers like to die. That's the troublesome pickle. If you do the regen, then it's not going to get itself killed when it's doing big damage from the immolation. Might give it the infusion as well, so then this can be even more powerful. Basically putting all of my bucks into this. I've done a lot. Who to pick there? You got to get some mana back. I've only got plus 100 though. There's another upgrade for this one as well. That puts us to plus 65 mana. So there's not so much mana on this. Unless you get the plasma ring to give you some mana. But it wasn't super useful. I might have to though, because otherwise the cooldowns get longer. Oh yeah, I've got this. Use the aftershock. Gain a stack of aftershock for each essence cast in range. Consume 5 stuns. So you want to be in range of the towers that are cast in essence, and then it does a stun to all enemies in range. So it's got a big range there. You can see the amount of towers that will affect there. That looks good. That looks like a perfect spot for aftershock. Let's get some more mana. I'm gonna have to do more. So we're barely above the plus on the mana. The damage is good though. Those constant stuns, lovely. Ah, there you go. I found out the answer. So you just have to retry a few times and then you work it out. That was the key right there. So this is called Siege Breaker Tower Defense. Basically, you go around the world doing those challenges and picking up RNG towers. There's quite a few to do. Oh, yeah, you got that as well. And whatnot. So if I went to the game menu, I wouldn't want to give you too many spoilers, but for example, if I showed you that, oh, that's not quite. I don't know. I obviously I've beaten this game, so one of those saves should have it. You thought it would be the old one, but maybe not. At any rate, not too relevant. You saw the gameplay. It's basically a neat little tower defense that you can get on Steam. I've not been paid to promote this. I have done a promotion before. If you want to see my YouTube video on the channel for that, you can do. It's called Siege Breaker. It's on the WTiiWarcraft Warcraft channel. But I noticed I was going through my Steam games earlier. Oh look, there you go. Archimon Gothic is there. I noticed it's only got like a few hours left on its sale thing. So over a couple of hours and you can get it up for only £3.59. So I just thought if someone, you know, a couple of you might like that at least in the chat. If you want something to play, keep you busy for a little while. Basically go across the map and just do all of these different challenges. And you just keep, depending on how many you want to do with perfect lives and the difficulty and all that, you can always just breeze through it if you want, or you can try to make sure you get perfect on every level, which will definitely take you quite a long time. You get different bosses as well that you have to sort of fight, as well as all the other mobs. It's basically a tower defense, and it's about getting the synergy of the towers and making them gel. And you each run is slightly different because you'll basically pick different options for your towers, so you kind of want to get a good combination. And there's different terrains, all that kind of stuff. So I don't know, it's just a nice little tower defense really. I thought I'd show it off. And there you have it. There it is. It's a roguelike tower defense. In a manner of way, yes. You do make a few choices along the way, but they're not absolutely catastrophic choices. You know, they won't make or break completely. As long as you don't pick too badly, you know. You don't go too far out of your way to pick the worst possible things that have no synergy whatsoever. Let's see what your first one is. Not that I'm going to try to do it necessarily. Might need a warm up. If I get undead, maybe it's a fate. Whenever you destroy an enemy expansion or kill an enemy hero, you must mark their death by using a sacrificial skull. Summon a shade that must remain at that location. That's pretty funny, yes. Right. Enemy expansion or kill an enemy hero. Is that a pre-made? Already, first game is into a pre-made. Fuck, man, they really did. They made my life so much harder now. Imagine doing gimmicky strategies where I've got to be with a handicap whilst playing against pre-mades and probably having about 300 ping. Literally the first game is pre-made. Unless I lose like a ton of MMR, then I might be less likely to come across pre-mades. I'm not sure. How to just deliberately lose a bunch of games. 220. We're sailors on the moon. We carry a harpoon, but there ain't no whales, so we sing tall tales and sing our whaling tune.
Building is complete.
That's why I said the quote about bang, zoom straight to the moon
Your building is complete.
earlier too. Bang, zoom straight to the moon. He didn't go to space. He used that as a metaphor for beating his wife. I did build this Ancient of War a little on the late side.
Your building is complete. Create more moonlets. We can't build.
Warriors of the night, assemble! I am vigilant. Onward! We are poised to strike.
I stand ready.
Trust in my command.
On your mark.
We must act. We must act. We are poised to strike.
Your building is complete.
Trust in my
Waiting on
command. I am vigilant. Trust in my command. I am vigilant. We must act. We are poised to strike. We must act. We are poised to strike. Trust in my command. I am vigilant. We must act.
Your building is
Trust in my command. We are poised to strike. I am vigilant.
Storm's coming, Annie.
Act. Goddess agrees.
You best get home quick.
I am vigilant. We are poised to strike. Trust in my command. More lumber is required. We are poised to strike. We must act as I call. I am vigilant. Trust in my command. I am vigilant. We must act. Trust in my command. We are poised to strike. I am vigilant.
We can't build.
Trust in my
Waiting on
command.
you.
We must act. We are poised to strike. I am vigilant. We must act. We are poised to strike. Trust
the
in my
way.
command.
Waiting on you. Sailing.
We must act. I am vigilant. Leading the way. We are
Away.
poised to strike.
I stand ready.
Strike! Goddess agrees. Trust in my command. We are poised to strike.
On your mark.
We must act. I am vigilant.
I stand ready.
Trust in my command.
Point the way.
I am vigilant.
Oh, he's got the pressure on that guy.
Act. Trust in my command.
Good job.
Your building
We are
is
poised to
complete.
strike. Trust in my command.
I stand ready.
I'm gonna go join him in a moment.
To strike.
If it's not already too late.
Onward.
He's definitely got his work cut out there.
I am vigilant. Trust in my command. As I thought,
Away.
the goddess agrees.
I stand ready.
Leading the way. We are poised to strike.
On your mark.
Onward. Prepare to be moonstruck. As I thought.
Our warriors
Nah.
have engaged the enemy.
Vigilant. As I thought. For the goddess. Prepare to be moonstruck. We must act. The goddess agrees. We are poised to
Well, at least that's distracting him.
On your
Your
mark.
building is. We must act. I am vigilant. Our
I mean,
warriors
yellow's
have
coming in as well to be
act.
annoying to the guy.
Act. Trust in my command. We are poised to strike. I am vigilant. Trust in my command. We are poised to strike.
All too easy.
We must act. I am vigilant. Leading the way. Trust in my command.
Another round?
We are poised to strike.
Trouble brewing?
We must act.
Someone on the house. I'll give you a
Trust in my command.
name your point.
We are poised to strike.
Brewing? Another round?
Trust in my command. Strike. Leading the way. An allied champion has fallen. Our warrior allied champion has fallen. Trust in my command. We are poised to strike. I am vigilant.
So that went okay.
Act.
Overreal.
We must act. We are poised to strike. As I thought, your building is.
Oh! Am I streaming on YouTube only? Should be Twitch and Kick as well.
I am vigilant.
Ah, it's a Blade Master. I don't have my hotkeys set up, so I couldn't. I double clicked for it, and then the ping didn't let me go for it in time. That's so unfortunate.
Our warrior
That was a nice bit of healing I could have done there.
Your point.
Blade Master doing Blade Master things.
You seem a little parched.
Go on, lad. What you up to?
Another round? I'll put it on your tab. Is trouble brewing? Name your poison. Oh, gladly.
Your building is. Research your building is complete.
Your move.
Name your
Waiting
poison.
on you.
Is trouble brewing? You seem a little parched. I'll put it on your tab.
On your mark. Done.
Another round? Another round? Name your poison.
Your move. Fair enough.
You seem a little parched.
Ah, the great
Wipe away.
outdoors.
Is trouble
Waiting on
brewing?
Say
Another
no more.
round? Is trouble brewing?
Fair enough. Cry.
Let's make this count.
Oh, name your poison.
Your building is.
Trouble brewing? Name your poison. You seem a little parched. Have one on the house.
Your building is.
Another round?
Our warriors
You
have
see,
engaged the
little
enemy. Your
heart.
building is
I'll
complete.
give you
Warriors of the night, assemble.
another round. Is trouble brewing? Name your poison. I
We must
bring
act.
pandemonium.
I am
An
vigilant.
allied champion has fallen.
Another round.
We are poised to strike.
I'll give you
Trust in my command. Research
Research finished.
We must act.
Is trouble brewing? Oh,
We are poised to strike.
name your poison. Another round.
I'm sure.
What is Nathan's call?
I finish this door.
Trust in my command. I will not. Trust in my command.
Yeah. They're gonna go for my expansion probably, so I'm just trying to get
Brewing.
what I can right
We are
now.
poised to strike. I am vigilant. Trust in my
Name
command.
your
Allied
poison.
camp sacred grove is being desecrated.
I am vigilant.
I'm awake.
Onward.
Where shall I strike?
We must act.
Where shall I strike?
I am vigilant.
A sacred grove is being desecrated.
Gonna have to fight against multiples here. I don't know if there's any other allies nearby. We don't really want a town portal because we're just losing everything. I think everyone's just given up, to be honest. So there you go. No one's doing anything on the mini-map, so there goes all of that. Yeah, another stellar arranged team game. Hooray. What a wonderful game. You can clearly see I'm so excited about that. What a fun one. Well done, Blizzard. Well done. Give yourself a pat on the back for that. Should get a refund, to be honest, from Reforged with that sort of fucking decision. Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh, we decided to put a bunch of ranged team players and random team. Oh, well, you just kind of killed the game a bit for me, to be honest. So, where's my fucking money? Yes, I don't agree to the new terms and conditions. True.
I bow to your will. My fate is sealed. Thy will be done. Yes, Master. I gladly obey. I gladly obey. The dead stand ready. I wish
More
only
gold
to
is
serve.
required.
The damned stand ready. Thy bidding, Master. My
More
life
gold
would
is required.
Super late hero, but I suppose it doesn't matter too much. Just gotta get ghouls on the wood.
Summoning is complete. Summoning is where shall my blood be spilled? Thy will be done.
More gold is required. More gold is required.
Okay.
My life
We can try to do your one, I guess, Phaedra. See how the game goes. Looks, as long as it's not against a pre-made, it should be a bit easier to pull off.
Summoning is complete. Where shall my blood be spilled? Summoning is complete.
Might need a second Tomb of Relics. I think 4 ghouls will be enough. That'll stop me from needing to get the shredder. This is probably the least egregious out of all of these requests, let's face it. So, your death shall be remembered. Players undead. Whenever you destroy an undead expansion or kill an enemy hero, you must mark their death by using a sacrificial skull. Alternative could be a shade. So there's a sacrificial skull there. Start stacking those up. You can buy more than one, actually. Let's do this creek camp here for the moment, and then we'll go for expansion. Get ourselves set up, get some power, and then try to nuke down some enemy heroes so we can mark their death. So pull you back. Pull you back. So summon a shade that must remain at the location. Optional, you must salute or acknowledge the act. I guess I would just say the pact has been sealed or something. Would be RP enough for you, I reckon. Let's keep moving around. Let's get all the acolytes set. I really could just do the expansion now, but this is pretty easy to do if you can get lightning shield, which I can. So you do this, come round. It doesn't affect your boy Water Elemental, but it does affect this guy. Your boy Water Elemental. Your boy, your lad. Ah, he had to do one more, didn't he? I'll just take the replenishment now. Mal? Oh dear. I heard he's a bad guy. Let's sell this. Let's roll on. We've got so many ghouls for so much wood. I went 4 ghouls, so I want to make sure I got enough wood. It's all good. Alright, the first sacrificial skull is about to drop. Let's go for at least 1 cigarette. Try and get these down so we can get more skeletons on the rise. You can, well, I don't know if he's even going to make it, to be honest, that guy. The scout. Ah, well. Okay, more skeletons to tank, and then obviously tech up. Looks like Mogul's found someone. A new challenger. We can get Necropolis here, actually, that's quite nice. Now, I would normally go for a shredder, however, I have got a lot of lumber, man. Just getting those few extra ghouls has really pumped me up with lumber. Kind of crazy. Oh, they're going all in on defense there. I don't know if we should continue that push. Yes, they're getting back. Let's get your cheeky fiend. There's your cheeky lightning shield. Go for the water elemental. It's a lot of lads. Let's do another tomb. You could also get a backpack to help buy new items. I should cancel that fiend and start teching, actually. I don't want to fall back too far behind on that. Tech. Yep, they're going to be looking for punishment. So the question is do we have a way to punish them for punishing me as they try to return the favor that my allies have cast upon them. Yep, here we go. I saw that coming a mile away. Thanks, everyone. Now I get every fucker's army hitting my expansion. Brilliant. Fucking marvelous. He's going to get impatient and Stormbolt again. All I can do is focus him. I can't even look at what's happening in my expansion. I just don't have enough mana. He's got all the mana in the world. Is what it is. At least my expansion still stands for the time being, because my allies haven't completely let go of it. Move. Thank you. Good night. I had to trade all my fiends for that though, but I'll take it, to be honest.
My patience has ended.
Now let's go punish them again, shall we, boys? Because I got bloody punished,
Under attack.
as usual. Oh yeah, the pact is sealed. So, where did he die? He died over here, basically, didn't he?
Let battle
Yeah, oh, for fuck's sake.
find their soul.
What are they all doing here? They're obsessed.
As you order. I wish only
Well, I'm gonna have to get more towers, to be honest.
my patience has ended. For the Lich King. Ride or die. My life for Nezul. Yeah.
I feel bad for this guy because I kind of brought him over, but it's not a good situation for him. We do need to back here, really. Any entangles in chat? Just got a chip damage on that Mountain King. I need another. Oh, he wouldn't let me do it that time.
My life for Nezul. My patience has ended. Summon my vengeance is yours. What's done is done. My patience has ended. Summon our forces are under attack.
Oh, there's a Stormbolt again. I should go mass Frostworms, and then I can nuke more easily here. They seem to have a lot of ground units. Alright, some more sacrificial skulls. Money spent on that. There's nothing to creep at the top, so pretty much running out of stuff to do there. Have one acolyte repairing. And doing some damage there.
For the Lich King.
Getting that hero. Gonna want some mana regen.
Patience has ended.
I can't really creep with what I've got. I ain't got much. Just a poor boy from a poor family.
My patience has ended.
Blade Master might pop in as well and say hi.
My patience has ended. Ride or die.
Mountain King's on the prowl again.
My patience has insufficient mana. My patience has ended. Let battle joy. My vengeance. Research. Insufficient mana. Summon call.
Seems like he's got one mission basically, and that's to focus the shit out of me.
My patience has
We'll return the favour, bud. Another town portal gone. I should have web. Have I got web yet? No, I ain't got web yet. Quick. You've always got web yet? Not the best time to do macro, but oh, yes, your body blocks are shrunk. Let's just get back for the moment and then try to rebuild.
I gladly obey. I wish only to serve. Let battle joy. I bidding, master. My vengeance.
See if anyone's got spare wood. That'll save me a lot of bother. Otherwise, I will have to get Shredder. Let's hope they've forgotten. Seems like they have.
My patience has ended.
Make your choice. The time is now. I am sworn.
My vengeance is yours. I
Alright, they got distracted onto that side now.
My patience has choice. Summoning is complete.
Could be a good time to get Shredder and bring the rest of my ghouls to fight.
Your word. It is destined.
Summoning is complete.
Basically gonna get rid of those ghouls. They found their way back onto the top. See, they got expansion first before retreating. Yeah, they do. So you might be able to pull them over. Not that this is a particularly good situation to be in. That's a lot of towers. Should be getting attacked by one of them in a moment. Not yet. Not a good place to fight. We should do this. And now I'm going to pump. Bit risky standing there because it attracts their attention, but whatever. We'll get there eventually. Too many items. Too many. Let's get rid of that. I want to pick up that sacrificial skull. Okay, let's go again. Just get their attention.
We demand additional lumber. As you order.
I'm surprised they haven't TP'd over yet. Too busy chasing other people. They haven't quite worked out how they're going to rally their forces. Going to battle, are we? It's a lot of frost worms. Move, Mr. Plastic. Move, my man. The pact is sealed. The pact is sealed. Undead is just too good at nuking. The pact is sealed. Look at that, that's just undead for you in a nutshell, basically. How easy it is to pick off heroes. Oh, they got 2 Grommers. The pact is sealed. It's just like a multiple pact sealing. Undead is something else, honestly. It really, I mean, Death Coil on Nova is so busted. It really is. For melee, at least. It clearly is busted. The game was rebalanced. I think what it should be is they should have a shorter cooldown, a lot less damage. It would be something along those lines where, you know, it's shorter cooldown maybe. That's not that important. It's more or less mana, but definitely less damage. So it's something you can use more frequently, but it's not going to be like such an obvious, easy kill. There you go. And I put down a sacrificial skull after each one. It's just not that obvious because of the terrain style, but it is what it is. The pact is sealed. Let's pull that over. These used to go under the strategy category, but now it's the melee. Two fiends for a hero's worth. Yes and no. No, in the sense that I'm probably going to be fighting... At least the allies did come through quite a bit there. But no, in the sense that I'll probably be fighting versus more than one person. So I kind of need those. Because taking down one hero is fine and dandy. But if I'm against like two people, that's 1 out of 2 heroes. And I've lost 2 fiends. That's 2 fiends that could be bolstering my ability to hold off enemies as they overwhelm me. Why don't you shield the worms? I did a frost worm on one of the worms when he's getting attacked. It's okay. Sometimes you do it. I'd rather keep the mana for Frost Nova so I have more mana to nuke. Frost worms are basically replenishable at that point since I have enough money in the bank. I had more money in that game than most people. So it wasn't a big deal if I lost a Frost worm or 2. Plus, in the long run, I probably would continue to lose Frostworms if the human was in a position to keep building gyros, so you'd have to replace it with something else anyway. I'll be back in a moment. I might do a react. Okay. Steam House. Not that one. Oh, it is still on Steam. Oh, look at that. Ashes of Creation. Very negative, mostly negative. It's on Steam though. I thought this got shut down, right? Designer Dave has a video, and I'm going to watch this. I'm sure he doesn't really like React streamers or YouTubers, but he might give me a pass. And I want to see what he says about Ashes of Creation, because it's a game that I've basically followed a little bit over time, over a long time now, since it's been going. It was supposed to sort of be the next World of Warcraft, not necessarily, but you know what I mean, the next big MMO, or an alternative MMO that's actually got a lot of money and effort put into it, and it's for the community, by the community, that kind of stuff. So it's not worked out, judging by that. It's not worked out at all. Oh my gosh. The next WoW. Let's have a look at my new book. Yeah. One. Right now. Push. Ah, more ice packs. What really ruined the Warcraft 3? Yeah. So let's check out the biggest scam in game development history by Designer Dave on Game Dev News.
Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Game Dev News, and I am your host, Designer Dave, with over 27 years of development experience on titles like Warcraft 3, World of Warcraft, Oddworld, Stranger's Wrath, Wasteland 3, and more. If you haven't already, hit that like button to fight the power of the algorithm, and definitely hit subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss any episodes of Game Dev News.
If you guys didn't know Designer Dave, he's worked obviously on Warcraft 3. I say obviously after I said if you don't know, so that was kind of weird because you don't know. But he done a lot of the design of Warcraft 3, the levels, basically created the OG Warcraft 3 in many ways. So he's got videos about it, so you might want to check out his channel and take a look.
The game industry is in full collapse as grifters who generated hype for seemingly impossible games begin to flee, as developers revolt against their taskmasters, and as genre-chasing games get crushed by the very attention they thought they needed. But while the game industry appears to be in freefall from these high-profile disasters, game development is still an incredibly popular and competitive profession. More so now than ever, as the market is flooded with game developers from every position with many years of experience, myself included. Can we find a new path for game development that removes corporate influence and eliminates grifters without exhausting a market already flooded with asset swap games seeking your attention? Let's explore as we catch up on the news for the first half of February.
Tabanium says you're his favorite Turtle World of Warcraft streamer. Might be true.
Italy is investigating Diablo Immortal and Call of Duty Mobile for dark design patterns. Let me save you some time, Italy. They're full of them. As some may know from my own video on Diablo Immortal's deceptive monetization practices, there are plenty of tricks they use to capitalize on the sunk cost fallacy by hiding additional spending potential until a player begins spending real money. This has widely made their PvP a joke when a pay-to-win player shows up and starts one-shotting people. But the AGCM, a governmental antitrust organization in Italy, has launched their own investigation into whether or not Activision Blizzard may have violated consumer protection laws. Among their concerns is whether these games may mislead users about the cost of in-game currency, they do, and manipulate gamers into spending more time and money in the games, which of course they do.
Yes. Diablo Immortal was certainly... I never played that. I wasn't going to bloody play that. There's no way. But why would you play that if you can just play any of the other Diablo games? That would just be the fundamental point I would put across. Like, seriously. Do you really need to play on your mobile that badly that you want to put that much money into it? I don't get it, personally. That's never makes sense to me. But you do you, I suppose.
Italy is part of the European Union, in fact it's a founding member, which could have strong repercussions for games that utilize dark design to manipulate users into monetizing if the AGCM rules against Diablo Immortal and Call of Duty Mobile. So I, for one, look forward to the inevitable conclusion of their investigation, and I am very curious what sort of penalties may be incurred. After all, if the penalty for a crime is a fine, then laws only exist for the poor. Baldur's Gate 3 is getting its own TV series on HBO and will theoretically continue the story set for...
I don't know how subtle that was supposed to be, but laws definitely do only apply to the poor. This is kind of obvious. If anyone sees like the fines, he's like, oh, you got a £200 fine. Oh, but you're a millionaire. Oh, okay. Well, I guess that doesn't make much of a difference then, does it?
Forth in the game.
All those companies that sort of have to pay an £85,000 fine, but they did something fraud that was in the hundreds of millions. It's just like, well, they still made profit, right? There's so many cases of this where people go to prison and stuff like that, and it's like, well, you go to prison for like 3 years, but you made like £140,000 scamming. It's probably worth it, to be honest. You know, you could pocket a bit of change off of that. Just do a few years, no problem. And honestly, a few years, you don't get much of that in the UK. I don't want to digress too much off the path here, but the UK, few years, yeah, there's some hideous crimes that people are doing only getting a few years, and not even that.
Only rivaled by the beauty of a flower's kappa.
Oh yeah, corporate greed. Designer Dave definitely knows about it. That's why he's not a big fan of Blizzard.
Unfortunately, Larian Studios has absolutely nothing to do with it, given that it is a Hasbro licensed game. That said, there is reason to hope it might be good, primarily in that Craig Mazin will be helming the show. You might already know his work from the adaptation of The Last of Us, where he was co-creator for the TV series and worked directly with Neil Druckmann. He also appears to be a huge fan of Baldur's Gate 3 and D&D in general. Current rumors indicate he may be reaching out to the voice actors for the game to see if there's potential for them to reprise their roles in the new series, and whenever I see a showrunner who genuinely respects and loves the games, I can't help but be a little bit hopeful that the end result will do the game justice. But hey, this is a video game adaptation, and I would encourage everyone to keep your expectations very low. Very, very low.
They have been getting slightly higher. I wouldn't say the Sonic movies are great, but they have been enjoyable, at least, if nothing else. And you go further back in time, and video game movies are pretty brutal. I mean, I was young, I was a kid, so the Mario Brothers movie from way back with Bob Hoskins and that, they got a charm to them, you know. But my gosh, they're not great movies.
Just in case we get to be pleasantly surprised by something good. Riot Games has laid off half the 2XKO development team, approximately 80 people. 2XKO's executive producer Tom Cannon stated that, quote, "The game has resonated with a passionate core audience, but overall momentum hasn't reached the level needed to support a team of this size long term." Well, I guess that makes it okay then. 2XKO launched on consoles on January 20th.
Is that the beat 'em up one they were doing?
I had no idea that even happened until I heard about these layoffs.
Yeah.
Did you? Well, if you didn't know, 2XKO is a 2v2 tag team fighting game in the League of Legends.
Oh, fun fact, League of Legends was supposed to be, well, I say League of Legends, Riot Games or people that work there were supposed to be doing their own MMO. I don't know if that's been cancelled as well now. Blimey.
Universe, and it's free to play with all its core content being unlockable through gameplay. Sounds pretty good to me. Unfortunately, they forgot to have a story mode like every decent fighting game I've ever played, so there's no initial draw for me, but what about you? Does a League of Legends fighting game sound enticing? $60 skins probably don't, but it is free to play,
would probably
so
like
maybe give it a go and potentially save the rest of their team. But hey, Riot Games, if you're struggling to find money to keep the game going, look at the executive salaries first before you lay off the people who actually make your games. Free advice there, no charge. Ubisoft union reps want CEO Yves Guillemot to resign. The two representatives, Rochelle and Matawi, don't think it's entirely Yves' fault, but they agree that as CEO, he is most definitely responsible for creating...
How long has that guy been the CEO? Because I remember seeing like E3, I almost called it E33 because of Expedition 33. E3's, and they had like Dance Studio and all that or whatever from Ubisoft. He's been in the game for a long time. A long time.
the clusterfuck that resulted in Ubisoft's $500 million downsizing effort. Rochelle states that, quote, "It's his company at the end of the day, but everyone around him are just yes men. That was also the issue during the sexual harassment scandal in 2020, end quote." Yes, yes men are indeed part of the problem. And I've speculated before, this is the sort of grotesque empire you build when all decisions are done on the basis of keeping close friends in positions of power and your precious Nepo baby in charge despite a harassment history of their own. With multiple former executives from Ubisoft still on suspended sentences for creating a hostile work environment, it's a wonder that the restructuring of the company didn't start from the very top.
Didn't Ubisoft publish Heroes of Might and Magic 5? If that's the case, then I don't want to hear a bad word about Ubisoft.
Matawi stated that, quote, "We are in a creative job. We need new ideas to come in to make great new games, but we don't have that. We don't have this mindset for creativity," end quote. Could not have said it better myself. Ubisoft is a dead end for creative endeavors, and as we've seen with Activision Blizzard, EA, Bethesda, and a variety of other studios, if it's not a remake or a sequel, it's either going to chase a genre trend that falls flat on its face, or it's going to be killed before it ever sees the light of day. That said, the union's gripes primarily focused on the RTO, or Return to Office policy. With the cost of living in Paris skyrocketing, many use the remote work being offered to establish themselves away from the ridiculous rental pricing of the big cities where Ubisoft studios reside. The return to office policy without a commensurate pay increase would be the end of the viability of many of these jobs, which I believe is the point. They want people to walk away so they don't have to pay severance, and as we've seen from multiple studios, remote work often has far superior productivity results to office work. Matawi stated that the entire board of directors needed to be replaced, and while I believe he's absolutely correct, we all know that's not going to happen. The Nepo empire of Ubisoft will never surrender to the peasants it crushes for profit. But if you work at Ubisoft now, heed this warning. Join a union or form a union now. Because when Eve comes for you, you will need the support.
If it's in France, I assume they've got 5 unions for every 1 union anywhere else on the planet. I could be wrong, but I know that France like to rebel a lot.
Wildlight Entertainment, developer of Highguard, the team-based hero shooter, has confirmed widespread layoffs at the studio. In a public statement posted to Twitter, they said, quote, "Today we make an incredibly difficult decision to part ways with a number of our team members while keeping a core group of developers to continue innovating on and support."
Is Highguard the game that got shown at the end of one of Jeff Keighley's Game Awards, and they weren't really prepared to be promoted that much, and they kind of complained and almost wanted to sue Jeff Keighley for it because he's like gave them the last slot in the Video Gamer Awards, and everyone was like, "Oh." I mean, I immediately just was like, this looks generic. It's basically just Overwatch, slightly worse version of Overwatch. Don't know why anyone would be super hyped about this. That was my initial impression, and I think I was right, because that's kind of how it turned out.
Supporting the game. End quote. This comes hot off the heels of their too early but not early access launch after a promotional spot at the end of the Game Awards that garnered them a lot more attention than I think they were ready for. Reviews for the game were largely confused as to why Highguard chose to release in an early access state without calling it early access. The impression seemed to be that the game had fun moments, but failed to find cohesion in many of its map-wide gameplay components.
Early access really annoys me. I've uninstalled Subnautica 2 because I want to play Subnautica 2, but I don't want to play it until it's finished. And as far as I know, it's still early access, and that game could be still in early access for like 3 more years bloody time. Because I got a fair bit into it, and I was like, oh, I'm making good progress here. But it's starting to slow down a bit, and it's slowing down because they haven't really finished the rest of the game at this point, from what I could tell. There's still quite a bit more to do in the game, because I clearly didn't get that far. But you could noticeably see that there was like almost... It felt like it was a lot of work to make even just an ounce of progress, where it wasn't like that so much in the first game when it was finished. There needs to be some sort of way for early access to just be like, yo, this is the time period that we're aiming for. I know they'll never do it because then they're setting themselves up for like fail and whatnot, but that's kind of the least you could do for the customer. Be like, right, okay, at least I know maybe it's September this year, I can actually start getting around to playing the game again.
I wouldn't know because the last thing I want to play is another team-based hero shooter. But here we are again with another game trying to capture the Overwatch audience. I guess it was too late in development to learn from the Concord debacle. And Overwatch, High Guard. If we see we see it, we see what you're doing there. High, over. Why are you doing this? Stop it. I disapprove. Don't do that. Moving on. GDC organizer Informa stated that they have not seen it.
I just had to look this up. How much money did Concord make? Sony's Hero Shooter made only an estimated 1 million in total sales. And that's probably not including like after tax and whatnot. Before its servers were shut down and full refunds. They had to issue refunds as well. And it cost them between 200 and 400 million to develop and market. Oh my gosh. That is such an insane fail. Like, just how could you fail that badly? It's almost like there were signs that were telling you what to do about it and you just ignored them because perhaps you had an agenda to follow.
Drop in planned attendance to GDC by overseas visitors.
They basically just speed runned. I don't know, sped run. Like, what's the plural, so to speak, or whatever? Or speed run. But anyway, they did speed run of Disney's style with movies these days. Although Disney are starting to roll it back a little bit with all the some people don't like the word, but it is the right word. The woke nonsense that they cram in there, basically.
I must admit I had a certain expectation that there would be fears from anyone outside the US entering during this time of turmoil, especially given the hostility towards immigrants. That said, California is far away from the current escalations by ICE in Minneapolis, where at least 8 people have been murdered by a federal agency, most of them American citizens. So perhaps being a foreigner is actually safer? Either way, ICE is escalating its presence.
In the UK, yeah, that's true.
In California, hiring an additional 22,000 agents to patrol major hubs in cities like Irvine, where Blizzard is located, Sacramento, San Diego, Santa Ana, and Los Angeles. Thankfully, GDC takes place in San Francisco at the Moscone Center, and with the massive amount of layoffs that we've been seeing, many developers, studios, and startups are eager to meet up and see what sort of deals can be made in a development field run amok with low-cost yet highly experienced developers. Ashley Corrigan, the GDC conference director, stated that attendance was, quote, tracking in line with expectations, end quote. In an attempt to perhaps make things more gamer-friendly, they have redesigned the GDC Expo floor and termed it the, quote, Festival Hall, end quote, stating that it will contain stands from Brazil, Portugal, Costa Rica, Germany, Italy, Kyrgyzstan, Chile, Spain, Switzerland, the UK, and Wales. Honestly, Lucas Pope could do the funniest thing right now and set up a Papers, Please booth at the front entrance to GDC. Please do. Ashes of Creation has completely shut down as Stephen Sharif, the co-founder and creative director, has seemingly fled the operation, citing ethical conflicts with a secret board of directors that seem to appear out of thin air.
So again, how is this even on Steam? That's what I was surprised at, that I could even find Ashes of Creation on Steam if it's been shut down, right? There is no buy option. So perhaps for legal reasons, it has to remain up as a physical page that people can use as a reference for refunds and whatnot. But there is no purchase. There is no download demo or whatnot. So $750 in bundled. It purchased bundles several years ago, all down the drain. Another game. What the fuck are you doing spending $750? Did he say you just spent $750 on this one game? That's more of a you problem, really, than anything.
A WARN Act notice was filed last week on February 10th.
Is AOC... Sorry, I keep interrupting Dave here. Is AOC the biggest gaming scam of the century? No, that would probably be... What's it called? Star Citizen, I think its name is. That thing's been going on for almost over a decade now, I think, at this point.
Which is a legal obligation to warn employees 60 days prior to mass layoffs or studio closure. However, they immediately began mass layoffs and closed the studio, rendering the WARN Act filing a bit pointless. Ashes of Creation began development in December of 2015 with an official announcement a year later on December 10th of 2016 and a following Kickstarter campaign that raised over $3 million from nearly 20,000 backers at the end of June 3rd, 2017. Nearly 8 years later, they launched into early access on Steam on December 11th, 2025. And here we are 2 months later, with the game seemingly being shut down, the studio in closure, and another set of mass layoffs to add to the long
2
list
months
at the
of
start of
gameplay.
2026. Nothing is quite as disappointing as watching a game with such a hugely successful Kickstarter campaign go down in flames, as I once thought that would be a great avenue for some projects of my own. But after reviewing some spilled tea from inside investors, I have seen even more disappointing things about the project than you could imagine. Chiefly that not only must Steve have blown the entirety of that Kickstarter budget almost immediately, but that he drained other investors and companies of their wealth along the way. The company
See, I don't know how much of it is on the guy that was the lead developer or creative director, whatever. I know what he looks like. I don't know his name though. It could be mentioned. It's Steve potentially, but I think he was claiming basically the guy in charge of it, the front-facing man of it. I think he was claiming that the board of directors was more responsible for this all being shut down and going behind his back and whatnot. I don't know. He bought a mansion from the money. He already had a mansion. I think when they were doing those interviews of him in the early days, he was sitting in a mansion. He's already rich.
company closes seemingly with over 115 million US dollars of debt, which raises the question of how the hell did they operate at such a loss for so long, especially given their initial influx of 3 million. Well, for this, I refer to Nefas QS, who has what I would call the definitive breakdown of Sharif's business practices, starting with his origin in MLMs all the way to his draining of his investors throughout the Ashes of Creation lifespan, while lying about his own contributions and taking home an estimated $500,000 annual salary. Wow.
What? How much?
$500,000.
He said 500,000, did he? I mean, no, I can't really excuse that, to be honest. That's quite a bit.
About his own contributions and taking home an estimated $500,000 annual salary. Wow. This all culminated in a mysterious board of directors that he attempted to put blame upon, but the person who supposedly now owns Intrepid Studios seems more like a liquidation company for CEOs to dump bad company debt onto, rather than anything legitimate. But I digress, because we don't have all the facts in yet, but I do want to speculate a little bit.
Is this the HS2 that's going to get built?
All aboard! Hello, gamers. It seems you're struggling to understand how to know whether you're about to get your money stolen from you by a giant grifting piece of shit. Allow me to help you out here, because I think you missed some very, very, very obvious clues that could have saved everyone a lot of time, money, and trouble, and potentially could have shifted that money into the hands of a responsible game developer with a genuine vision and understanding of how to actually make a game within a set budget. Clue number 1. Do they have a background in games? At all? I mean, an MMORPG is a massive undertaking, even for a development team of proven veterans. To think that an individual with no background in game development, or at least software production, could somehow put one together is a bit of lunacy.
I think Dave would love the politics in the UK at the moment. Our current, I don't want to keep branching onto that. I should do a political channel at some point. But we have a government which has put in someone who's in charge of housing, who recently just got basically taken out for not paying taxes on their housing. And we've also got a guy who's now in charge of business. So he manages all the business aspects of the government, who hasn't actually owned a business, apparently. So you'd find some fun things going on in the UK with that. It's a fucking shit show over here.
I mean, come on. I checked his LinkedIn.
The warning signs are very obvious here, but we can't do anything about it.
Games. Just because you're a gamer doesn't mean you can translate that into game development experience, and I definitely wouldn't start with an MMORPG if that's what you wanted to do. Either way.
Oh, we also had a corruption minister who got done for corruption.
Yeah. He went straight to CEO and creative director of an MMORPG.
This is all recently.
Clue number 2. Do they have a background in grifting or multi-level marketing scams? Steven did. It's public information that his first job at 18 was at Zango, an MLM selling nutritional products. He then went into, quote, business and real estate, end quote, where he claimed to be associated with Sharif Real Estate, a Vancouver-based firm specialized in luxury properties. But I couldn't find any sort of tax filings or anything related to it. They do have a website, but it just shows properties. I don't know that they actually own any of them. Let's face it, real estate is a bit of a scam itself. Either way, these aren't careers that lead into game development, but they do lead to getting money out of people. And I'd be very cautious about trusting people who were involved in an MLM and are proud of that work. Like, yeah. Clue number 3. Throughout Sharif's posts and history, he claims to be wealthy. He showcases that he lives in some sort of mansion. He talks about having money. A lot. So why would he make a Kickstarter for $750,000 to make an MMORPG? Why would he need any funding at all? If you're a rich real estate mogul putting your money into game development, perhaps you'd approach things more frugally. But let's give the benefit of the doubt on this one. If he does need money despite his wealth, then clearly he'd want all the money, right? You wouldn't just go for $750K, which leads us to clue number 4. So who the hell can make an MMORPG, which is a developmental nightmare that typically costs tens of millions of dollars, especially for $750,000? If they're not asking for the amount of money needed to make the game, then that's that. They're not actually planning to make the game. Oh, but they needed the extra money for some specific thing to... No. If you're wealthy, then you fund it yourself. If you're not, then you ask for the full amount you need. That's the point of Kickstarter, isn't it? That's what a business loan is for. Just for point of reference, World of Warcraft had an estimated cost of $63 million to build. And we're ignoring operating costs for now. But those aren't cheap either. I don't know how many people recall the state of WoW when it finally released, but it was not complete. And now these are just clues. It's still easy for people who are not doing a little digging to be fooled. And I do want to say that I think game development can be for anyone. I'm definitely not saying that you can't seek out financing to try and create your own game. But you don't start with an MMORPG if it's your first outing. There are so many game systems and mechanics involved in an MMORPG that it would take 5 years of experience in game development just to know everything that goes into one. And if you're interested in learning about that, I suggest watching some of my videos about game design on the Designer Dave channel.
Casper says Kickstarters are often to gauge interest to attract investors or lenders, not necessarily fully fund the project. Yeah, there's a lot of truth to that. Plus, if you can get free money for it, then why wouldn't you, I suppose? It kind of creates a lot of hype as well if the Kickstarter is, well, successful, because then more people talk about it. Oh, have you heard about this game that's got all of this money? All these people are investing in this game. They think it's going to be really good. Wow, this game must be something. We've got to look into this game. What's that game called? You know.
I don't know definitively how things are going to end for Ashes of Creation, but it became very clear from the investor comments that Steve was pulling a lot of money from a lot of different places and pocketing a massive amount of it for himself. He will be sued into oblivion, I have no doubt. And the assets for the game and company were likely shoved to a shell company in order to resell the IP and assets without the investors being able to touch it, though I have no real clue on that. I don't see a path to a positive outcome for anyone, least of all the gamers who devoted their time and money to supporting an MMORPG that they believed in. You guys are the true victims here, which is why I'm hoping some intrepid lawyer might start a class action on your behalf. Valve already seized and returned some of that money, which is probably the only thing that can be done given that Kickstarters have no legal obligation once the money is handed over. The big investors in the company are also victims of what seems to be a narcissistic grifting scumbag who was way out of their depth when it came to game development, proving that just because you're rich doesn't mean you're smart. And I don't think he was rich either. One thing is for certain, this will not be a sad...
I don't know what that's called, but it's like they're people that basically live a rich lifestyle, but it's all on borrowed money. Like the car, it's all on loan. The house they live in, it's all massive debt and credit. How could you possibly even consider... I'm like the opposite of that sort of mentality, because the way I was brought up was very much like you get fuck all basically. Now go have fun. So I learned the hard way as a youngster, and it did benefit me a lot because now I'm super fucking tight with my money because of it. And the irony is my parents say, oh look, you got moths coming out of your wallet and stuff like that. Well, it's your bloody fault. I would have been like much more crazy probably otherwise. So yeah, I couldn't possibly consider sort of spending money I don't have and all that. The idea of it just fundamentally, because of like logic, it sort of breaks my brain to think, well, if you go down this path, then you've basically just fucked yourself completely. So why would you even go down that path, right? Why would you put yourself into debt if then being in debt is going to put you into more debt, and it's going to be even harder to pay off that debt because the money you're now in debt with has got like an interest on it. So then you need to make even more money to pay off the debt, but you were in a bad position in the first place where you couldn't afford this debt. So why would you put yourself like, you have to kind of be a narcissistic person to do that, like a really narcissistic person that doesn't sort of think more than like one step ahead. No, I'm totally not built for that lifestyle. I'd eat like porridge every single day or something like that if it just saved me a ton of money. Let's say food, everything had gone up, all the food had gone up by like 100%, and the only thing that hadn't was porridge. I'll just eat porridge. Fuck it, that's fine.
Satisfying ending for anyone, except maybe Steven, if he has fled Vancouver for a country without extradition agreements. That's the news. That's the news for the first half of February. Thank you for joining me once again. If there's a topic or game or studio you'd like me to talk about, hit me up in the comments down below.
There you go.
If you're not already subscribed, please do so now and click the bell so you get notified about every show. This is Designer Dave, and that was Game Dev News. Bye for now.
He's got a meme as the last 2 minutes or something. I have a new game concept. Not another hero shooter, right? Not another hero shooter. That's just kind of how it goes. Because it takes so long to develop games, doesn't it? They're always going to be in a lag, and they're always going to be behind. So if it falls off, and then the game comes out, it's like, well, what can you do? You either abandon the project, or you go all in and just try to sell it anyway. Yeah, I enjoyed that. I thought it was going to be more focused on Ashes of Cremation, Ashes of Creation, but I did enjoy the news aspects of it. So if you want to check out Dave, I think he's doing more of these game dev news videos on his channel, where he'll tell you the news about what's going on in the game industry. There you go. Ashes of Cremation. Yes, it's a nice touch. So you read it out loud. You're like, ah. What I think I might do is I might hop into the olden era. Thanks for doing one of the requests. I hope it was good. Didn't catch it. I don't even know what that is. It's being like smug with me or something. It was fine. That was one of the least egregious ones. So I just assume the other ones are going to be fucking horrible, but I got that one done at least. And tomorrow I'll probably look into doing some more. Obviously we've got Balanced Series Survival Legion TD tomorrow and stuff like that. Today I started off a little bit later. We had a new shower being fit. I've been having a cold shower every single day. Apart from one of them where I managed to get some heat out of it. But basically, yeah, for the last couple of weeks now. Because our shower broke. We've had a new shower put in today, so I get to use it tomorrow. I mean, it is brutal. We just like we only got one other shower unit that's attached to the tap, so you just basically whack it on, but it only has cold. It just only has cold. It's the only way you can have a shower, and I'd like to have a shower, so just got to basically go for it. In the early days, I was starting from my feet and working my way up to try to sort of adjust to the heat, but that just doesn't work. Just don't do that. You just have to jump in when it's that cold. It doesn't matter. It's the coldest on the top of your head and your neck. That's brutally cold. Like, all that area. So you have to start from the top down. And once you do that for at least about 15 to 20 seconds, it gets a bit easier to do the other sections. And then once you've cooled yourself enough, you kind of almost get used to it. But it's brutal starting off. I can normally do quite a cold shower, but this is like basically just... It may as well just be ice, pretty much. Back in a mire. I think we'll do some olden era. Because I don't know how long it's going to take. It took me an hour and 40 minutes to beat the previous mission. Was that a Shakira song? Man, I feel like a woman. Do, 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 do. It was a Shania Twain song, actually. 1997. Because I was going to say Shakira came in the 2000s, I think. I don't think she was that early. Shania Twain. Oh, she was a Canadian as well, was she? Oh, okay. Something about being Canadian and feeling like a woman. Those two must align. You can't feel like you're a woman unless you're Canadian. I got to work out where this webcam goes. I think top right is like the least egregious, but I'm not sure in this game. Where does Lexiad put his webcam? I'm not even sure if Lexiad has his webcam up when he's playing. He's playing chess arena. Oh, I see.
You have all dreamed of peace, yet it was nothing more but an illusion.
Get fucked. Stupid freaking avatar woman. Right. Where are we? Campaign.
We commend your report, Gunner.
Aye.
Agreed. So, we are part
Not
of your trip saw
aye.
the flicker and flow within us. Huh?
Never mind.
Sense?
Well, however.
Why do they? Why would the clash?
Out of the
But what if?
Right. So what we had the Burning Hearts. We're going to do the Never-Ending Conflict though. That's the one. That's the ticket. Eternal Conflict. For the Chalice, help the temple fight off the Necromancers. It's the Minotaur Man. Modern women love. Okay. We're going to play the Never-Ending Conflict, but do we help the Necromancers or work against them? It's actually a suggestion that if you want to get all the achievements in this game, you actually want to save at this point, because once you go down one path, you can't redo the other. But if you go back on the save, then you can do it and then get the achievement. So perhaps I might do that. I think I might go against the Necromancers, even though I kind of like them, but I don't want to be playing dungeon with Necromancers or having skeleton forces in my Necromancer. I just want to be playing a Necromancer if I'm playing Necromancers. For the Chalice, help the temple fight off the Necromancers. Now, I was looking up the campaign list. So the names of the campaigns and stuff for the editing for my Excel spreadsheet. And there was a little thing that said, depending on what you pick, if you want to get all the achievements. I don't know if I'm that worried about all the achievements, but yeah. The governor. The tax collector who went to the Ghana Hills was called Valentina. Get in my way of my axe. I'm going to shoot them all down. The Inquisitor looks good. There's an abbey west of here. Disturbing rumors have reached us. Can't waste any more squads. Yeah, that's a good point. Here we are in a never-ending conflict for the Chalice. There's our items on Gunner. So he's got quite a bit of loot. He's got his Minotaurs at the start. Now we're going to try to make sure we build up the base. Oh, look at that. This is like the Haven base. So that looks looking nice and shiny. A bit more pleasant than the dungeon one. So straight away we can actually build. Would probably go with the greed. Just produce more resources for me. Required building solar temple. Pick one upgrade. Construct. There we have it. And I can purchase some troops here. In fact, I can just buy all of them, right? Recruit them all. And then swap them back in. And off we go. So with that said and done, let's go and make some extra units here to block off my marksman. I don't know if you can set units in a path where at the start of combat they're always in the same positions. I'll be curious about that. We have a question mark with this chap. He's going to have a word with us, so let's have a word with him. The general. You could say that. We've come to assist to some extent. Yeah, a little bit. Not all in on the help. Haven here have an artifact merchant and buy the sky ship to explore the map area ASAP. I see. The government is far right. What? The governor is right. Farmhands are meant for fields of wheat, not the battlefield. The city's starved for defenders. You'll need all the help you can get. I don't know if it makes a difference what choice you say. I like my gunner to be kind of grumpy. It just gives off his opinions, but I'm not sure if it changes how these characters will actually respond to you. Destroying your food supply won't help in the long run. We'll handle the attackers. Recruiting villagers is cruel. We'll deal with the attackers without this. So it does look like you do make a choice here. I'm not sure a gunner would care that much about the villagers. Right, okay. Got Ghost here. Skeleton warriors. Right. So I'm closest to the top right. I like to sort of work my way in a nice, even position. Oh, there's a lot of those swordsmen to recruit. 69 now in total in that pack. So we're going to go all the way over to the right-hand side and start from there, I think. So let's end the turn. And construct something new. There's the scouting skyship. Removes the fog of war within 20 squares around the city. I'm pretty much going to go the path that I'm going to go regardless, but sure. And the artifact shop. Let's see if we take this down a peg. We've got marketplace. An artifact is banned on this map, so we won't be able to get those anyway. There's the scouting ship. So that gives us a greater idea as to what's around. I think there's a mine up there. Gold mine would be nice, so that's nice. I don't know that's a dead end there. It looks like you could still come down this way. And that is a village. Once per week you get resources. The first visiting hero. You could have a second hero, right? I'm not sure if it lets you build multiple heroes in this game. At least on this level. You would need... I mean, if these have got that symbol, it means they're banned, right? So the only thing that's available is Muse for crossbowmen, Garrison, Griffins, Mage, and Fortifications. I don't know how you get... Ah, there you go, the Tavern. But it's banned. So you wouldn't be able to send a secondary hero to go get those bonuses. We stick to the path. We don't get too distracted. Easy game. So you got yourself some troops all over the place. And this guy's got Valiant Cry. The creature's attack increases by 5 and initiative by 1. Core. Duration. So it's basically a boost to him. But he can attack straight away, so he should probably just attack straight away. This guy's going to retaliate though. And probably go for the Griffin. So I'm going to go on defense. And I guess we'll just do Despair on you. He's going for the weak one, that's okay. 67. Get the job done. There's no need to attack, really. Just block off this guy from him. So he's protected. Although he's going to get wiped out completely. Can't reach. That's an interesting sort of movement that the Griffin has? It doesn't seem like much, does it, really? Only 5? I thought this guy could fly. What kind of movement is that? Unless he's been debuffed. He's got Valiant Cry active. Well, now he does. He definitely does now. Okay, move down. No morale. Move forward. Kill. Right, what have we got here? Defense. So what are our stats at the moment? 9. I had like 28 attack in the last mission. Okay, I don't think I can collect anything else there. We got griffins here. Those will definitely be handy. Get a ton of those. Easy game. Let's go. You don't know how morale is affected by different faction units in your army. Yeah, that's true. It probably does affect them. One Minotaur with all these guys. That's kind of why I wanted to avoid the Necromancers a little bit. I don't think they have any range units, do they? Let's find out. Melee. I'm flying. Melee. Should be fine. Let's go and attack. Maybe save some mana. You can do that. You can do that. I'm going to move forward. Move forward a bit more. Same with you. Just be ready to put them off. Skip, skip. He should be able to reach. I think I was looking at it wrong with the Griffin. Whether he could reach or not. No, he can't. It doesn't let me do it. Okay, I'm going to have to get used to how the Griffins work in this. It feels a bit weird that he can't move that far. Lost a unit now. Unbelievable. Yeah. You have to upgrade the Griffin to actually get some bloody movement out of it. Gingerbread house. You can choose. They would probably use gems, wouldn't they? Or crystal. The Haven troops. Not sure which one. Gems is normally for the mages. Let's try crystal then. Could be gems though still. Though all the big units aren't going to be available to me anyway. Like this one for example, that uses gems. Got the fortifications here. It's big old tanky boys. The garrison is for the guard captains or the Griffin Ave Rookery. We're going to do that. So we can upgrade those griffins and make them actually fly. What have we got? Some mana from here. Should really pay attention to the mana fountains. Although that's a fountain for movement, not mana. So let's skip. You go this way. So once again, you can fight them. But it's probably not even worth the time necessarily to faff about with that. Am I still stuck at level 6? I think I'm capped at level 6. Interesting. So there's not much need to go for experience then in this game. There's the mana. There's the wood. We want to stick to the right hand side, keep things nice and simple. And then we can follow back onto a path. I don't mind opening this up and then going back to the right. Because I can use some mana on this character. Just destroy them. I was going to leave them be, but... let's just go for the mana. Get your spells out, boys. Get your spells out. Big damage there. Huge. Oh, shit. He's a range. I thought he was a normal skeleton for a moment. Oh, no. I got punished. Losing some range troops for that. Even attacking that. Well, it's crazy that they actually were scared of me. Why were they scared of me? Like, they're pretty damn strong. Well, doesn't really matter too much what I do. Let's just do fireball. This guy's going to be stronger, right? Does it tell you their total damage as well? That'd be cool if you could hover over it and it'll give you an estimate of the total damage based on the amount of units you got. Because otherwise you've got to do math. So you've got to do 16 lots of 13 damage. So you could just do 16 lots of 10. So you say 160 and then bump that up a bit to like 185 to 190. And he's going to do 264. So he actually does more. 5 to 9. I could be wrong on that actually. Seems like I would be wrong. I feel like you would do more damage than that. Yeah. Because it's going to take into account his attack and stuff like that too. Yeah. You would ideally want some sort of clear amount of damage that each character could do so that you know which one you're going to send in properly. At the moment, because I'm quite new to the game, I've got to sort of just feel it out a little bit as to what each one's doing. $437. I took some damage for that, didn't I? Loads of lumber there. Don't know if I need it that badly. So we're just going to take this. Oh, that's nice. Those can replace some of the ones I lost. Let's go back to base. See what we can build. It's quite pleasant, this game, honestly. Like the look and the feel of it and all of that. The mini-map's nice and clear. And get an idea of what I'm working with. Let's go for the muse. Do you get monks in this? It looks like these would be like female monks or something. What are those? What they be? Looks like you got some pikemen there as well. Do you remember Heroes of Might and Magic 2 pikemen? You had the swordsman and the pikemen. They were kind of trash in their first form, but their second form was good. Like the swordsman could attack twice. Skeleton warriors. I'm going to stick to the right hand side for the moment. To know if a unit will retaliate, I believe that the orange cross-sword icon indicates that it appears within the enemy unit model you're about to attack. Yeah, that stuff will be really good. I think this game is fairly good at giving you some indications as to what's going to happen. So the more I play it, the more it's going to make more sense. I always want to know about the waiting, sort of how obvious it is a character that is finished waiting or whatnot. So you don't waste their go. I don't know if I need to trade any resources. Pretty scam prices here though. 500 to 1. The irony is this says once again it's like an easy battle, but it's like potentially 150 plus skeletons that are ranged. Like, I feel like they're going to destroy me, or at least do some damage to the units I currently got. So do you really want to... Actually, I have got a spell that can help against it. Ah, if you can just do that, then that's fine. You should let those run. And once again, attack. I'm not sure there's diminishing effects on abilities. Like if you had like 500 attack and 2 defense versus 250 attack and 250 defense. You know what I mean? Like, do you get punished for putting too many stats in one? I've almost built everything here. So we're doing alright so far on this level. It's like with armor in Warcraft 3. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think there's any punishing effects there. See, this I would like to save as a default, right? In your tactics. Of course, your units are going to change and all of that. So I don't know how you can really have that. But if you could save it so it sets it up the same way. Like that, for whatever reason. Then you wouldn't have to set it every single time, would you? Which would be quite nice. I might do a spell first as is. No one likes despair. No one seems to be able to get affected by despair. So they're currently it says they're waiting. But is there another symbol over the character, the icon, the colour, the portrait at the top here that indicates that that character's waiting? Like there could be a W, for example, and then you know that character's definitely waiting. But as far as I can tell, it's only this symbol if it's grayed out. So So I guess you just look off the grey on there. But I'd prefer some sort of other indicator. But that's just me. I'm just being pedantic. 11 to 17. That looks like a good fight. Do you want to go for that? He's going to attack anyway, so you may as well get the first hit in. Only 2 griffins. That wasn't too bad. I think I've finished the base. Maybe not. There's fortifications. Although no one's come to attack me just yet. I have left it exposed. It'd be one of those moments where the AI just like walks in, goes straight to the base and takes it like on the last day before you can buy troops. Controlled by red. So we've got the red flag. Another gold mine. Hot diggity dog. We're getting rich. Once per game grants a small random reward. So once again, if you hold Alt, you can see the things. Minus 91 and 94. So we either go there or we head back to base. Minus 40, 45, minus 140. What does that mean? You'd think that would be like the amount of movement. But what does 49 mean? There's 9. So is it 40, 106 steps to get there? Doesn't seem right. Or so many turns. Like day 9, day 7. Because you've got day here. I don't know. That's weird how they've done that. What does that mean? Once again at the base. I almost feel like I'm compelled to just finish building that, but I should wait. I think we can just head straight back and go get the new forces. Grab some griffins as well whilst we're at it. So we got a scout somewhere in the Undead Lands. They find a scout. I think on the west hand side there's some people to help out there as well. Capture all enemy cities and defeat their heroes is the main quest. So already visited. Done all this business. Okay, here we go. So 1500, you can buy everything probably. Yes, you can. Do that, do that. Just bunch them all up for the moment. Now, this is the bit where we take a look at potential upgrades, right? So if I double click it, upgrade it into Guard Captain or Sun Aegis. The damage seems kind of low. Initiative's higher, movement speed is low. I like faster movement speed. It's so good for control. There's not too much difference between these two. It strikes twice though. This creature and adjacent friendly creatures take minus 30%. So it's good for defending your troops. Interesting. Well, there's some exploit there then at least you might want to consider. Take 30% less range damage. I feel like the left ones are definitely better, but you want like one of these next to the archer. Whenever this creature gains a positive effect, its defense increased by 2 until the end of battle. Ah, I see. So he benefits from stacking buffs on. That's why he'll be strong with a spellcaster. But I don't think he'll be so strong with us. So can I basically do this, where I do that? The only downside is, if I only do a few, I'm missing out. He could get killed fairly easy, so... How do I, split? Do something like 10, and they're definitely less likely to get one shot by something. And then upgrade those into the Sun Aegis. And stick those next to the Ranger Boy. And then these ones can be the other one. Even though he's slower, he attacks twice, which is I was talking about. I quite like. You got the Griffins here, Temple or Guardian. So damage is more reliable on the Guardian, but basically the same on averages. Movement speed is better on the Temple. Those stats are the same. Alert can counterattack unlimited. Can counterattack up to twice. This is best with a higher health unit though, so he could keep pushing back all the time. Twice is already quite a lot anyway. Counterattacks each time an adjacent enemy attacks a friendly creature, so that's good if you had him next to another creature and he could also attack, but that's very, very positional. The right one almost seems like it's just got more going for it though. So I guess you just go with the right one. There's not too much of a difference there really. Minotaurs, they can be upgraded. No, they can't. I didn't know I could upgrade those. I don't even have the structure for it, do I? And we can upgrade those too, but we need money. So we have to hang around a bit. What can I do in the meantime? So you could potentially upgrade the Minotaurs. No, you can't. It's unavailable. That's what I was going to say. These could be upgraded though. Marksman or Ostringer. Movement speed is barely. Initiative lower. Okay, what's the differences going on here? Pretty much the same. Piercing a shot. Deal 50% basic attack damage. The target takes plus 25% damage until the end of the round. Doesn't stack, but it's an extra bunch of damage that target's going to take if it sticks around a long time. And that's going to be from all sources. I mean, at the moment, the right one looks better anyway. It's got better initiative. I'm not really seeing much of an upside for the left one. You'd think there'd be more of a difference there. Oh, I see. There might be here. Strikes twice. Ah. There it is. Ranged attacks deal full range damage, though. Yeah, sharpshooters are good. In Heroes of Might Magic 3, you get those sharpshooter units with the Legolas guy, don't you? And those are insane. Let's go with that. Sharpshooting, baby. Alright, I think I've bought what I need to buy. You can pop over here. Buy those. Can't upgrade them though, it's probably too expensive, is it? Oh, it's like tiny amount of money you need for these pesky troops. I will, just for the sake of it, wait one more day. Okay, there you go. OCD. Upgrade, upgrade, bish bash bosh. We don't need any of that. We've bought everything we need here. What about the Mage Guild? What's going on with that? Lightweaver. So those are basically like monks. There's a Mage Guild here. Exchange artifacts, unique building, resources, upgrade creatures, recruits. Is that the Mage Guild in the background there? So, optical illusion. I don't know how this works. Do you choose one of these spells and then it will disappear? You got a lot of options here. I feel like I've got to choose basically from each block. How do I feel about the game? Is it worth trying if you liked Heroes 3? Yeah, it's quite nice to play, honestly. And it's quite different, but also very familiar. So I'm liking it alright. You get all of them. Do I? Let's just click on the one for a moment. You can upgrade it with resources. Looks, I think that's gems or some alchemy dust. It's like World of Warcraft or something, trying to get some materials to upgrade. I guess I got all of them then. I don't know what this is all about. This is tier 1 spells. But I don't know if you can cast all those spells, because you might have to have like a mastery of that type of spell. So dark or light or fire. That kind of stuff. Right. Grab that. I'm not even going to bother trying to fight them. Actually, maybe I will. No, they look like got marksmen. I'll let them run. I don't even need experience, so there's no need to fight just for the sake of getting scraps of experience. I'm going to clear this over here. What's this? Abandoned mansion grants gold and possibly also valuable artifacts. This one we gotta do. So, you're the ones that give less damage taken to adjacent units from range, so you just stand next to that one. Those are marksmen. Long reach and melee attack. Okay. Let's do some... Oh yeah, look at all the spells. So you got Blessing. Does not affect the undead. Target friendly creature deals more damage. Target enemy creature loses free attack and defense. Loses free attack and defense. And... okay. Immediately generate one focus charge, not affected by spell power. Target enemy deals 15% less damage. Target friendly creature gains free attack and defense. So you can either buff up my archers or play defensive with them. Because I probably won't kill those skeletons in one shot. And they will try to hit my archers. Or you do more damage on these guys to do more damage to them, so there's less of them to hit you. I reckon that might stack. Does the minus 30% damage from ranged stack? I guess we don't know for sure. I was going to save it and then you could find out. Because you could do the fight twice, right? And then see if that does stack. So if I do optical illusion. Okay, I think I can work this out. So if I just do skip, 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 skip. Oh, you didn't even hit him. He went for the griffin, not what I was expecting. Right, come out of this. So I just want to experiment a bit here. I don't want to restart. I don't want to exit. I don't want to quit the game. Well, I do want to exit. I just want to load. Load the autosave before that. So it should be this one. This way at least I can sort of know what that does better before I continuously use it and find out that it doesn't even work. Right, it was you. It was you all along. So first of all, I'm going to pay attention again. I'm just going to let him attack. So, how much damage are we going to take? Hits a different target, of course. Where's the log? Attacked marksman. So is that the damage he did? 72 or 49? He did 49 damage. Right, okay. So he did 49 damage. Right. So we go back. And we go here. And just to stop the RNG from screwing us completely, what we can do. So it's 49 damage, I think. So we can double click this and just... Can you trash these? There you go. $49 damage. Yeah, that's my fault. I didn't actually cast the spell on him. Okay, well at least that's consistent then. Because that's what I was supposed to test. And now I do it properly. Where I actually cast the ability on him. But at least it's like a double check. You definitely know he does 49 damage then. Reliably. Delete. 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 Fight. Go. Cast. Less damage taken. DD. 29. So it does stack. So he took almost half the damage there with the minus 30. That's quite significant, I'd say. It's probably worth it, right? If it's like half the damage. It's still quite a lot of mobs to kill, though. But it means you don't necessarily have to go for his archers. And you can focus on killing those guys with your archer, knowing that you're taking... I say it's 30% less damage, but really it's more. It felt like, yeah, 60% less damage. His forces are different as well, based on how many units you have, because they were more split before, so Fireball would be better. So now he's got more stacked in this. Fireball's going to have less impact. He's got that long range attack, so I should have stayed further back, really. Let's go get him, boys. I can lose the Minotaurs. That's alright. Who's going to do more damage? I don't think I'll take too much damage from him, so let's finish him off. Swamp Boots. Eliminates all terrain penalties, or you just move more. I don't really want to do this thing where I have to keep swapping them as I'm playing it all the time, though. That does become a hassle. But if we're in a general area where you're going to move slower because of it, then I can take them. But I think it will be a bit OCD to sort of take them off for every step over different types of terrain you take. That's my only problem with like the Heroes Might Magic games. If you really wanted to feel like you had to min-max, you would have to do stuff like that. Terrain penalties are generally far worse than having fewer movement points. At the moment I should be good though if I'm on grass, right? I assume I'm moving at most speed. You can actually move further with that one. So I guess Swamp Boots are better than that. It says epic as well, so the 10 movement speed might not be much. It's good for the start, but you definitely get more movement from the swamp, even on the grass. Let them run. Let them flee. Oh look, there's a base. If you could get that early, that's money. Oh, I'm not going to do it in time for the next day. Oh well, we'll take the hit. Who gets the day first, though? Is it both of us at the same time? We're both on day one? Or is it like day one for him next turn? I think we're both on day one. Oh, never mind. He didn't even have anything for me to fight. It's alright, innit? Let's do the scouting so we can see. And the other one, you may as well just build all the units. Actually, you want to set these to particular types. Which one was the sharpshooty ones? Marksman. I think that's what I had. Angels looking god tier. Very nice. Right. I'll continue doing the right hand side of the map basically. Keep it straightforward. Portal exit so someone can come and gank me. Are these leeches? Yeah. Lich. They're going to be bloody nasty, aren't they? That's nice. They can heal as well. That's cool. That'd be fun to play those when it comes around to it. Well, I guess I better put Optical Illusion on Yi. I think I'll do defensive stance, because I'm pretty sure they're going to hurt when they start to hit me. They're going for you. They don't like you having those numbers. I'm only going to do 7 damage. It's not even that much. These liches are strong, man. Healing Water's pretty trash. I mean, it's only going to heal like 1 troop out of like the whole ton of them. Enlarge Shadow. Target friendly creature. Gains extra attack and defense. Super strong now. Can't possibly lose. Alright, let's go for the attack. Nice. That was good. Lich is a tier 5 like before. Yeah, they're strong. I definitely take a hit for this, but we can't be hanging around the whole time. We've got to keep making progress. At the moment, though, we're not against another computer giving me grief, so I can be a bit more reckless with my forces, I think. That was a glitch. He's just standing there. Although he did get res, so I don't know, that's supposed to symbolize something. Life blood. Friendly creatures have +2 health. So good for small units, I suppose. That's 2 health for every single stack though, so that'll help. This is starting to build up as well. More range units. Get those on the go. I can't do... Yes, I can. Let's go here. Those should be the marksmen, I think. So recruit those and add them in. That's the portal. You wouldn't have thought that would go to here, though. But you never know. As for the base, what else do we need? Garrison is ore, lumber. Yeah. I have enough. The only thing I don't have so much of is the alchemy dust, so I don't think you can buy that though. No. So I don't really need to purchase any materials. I guess we find out what's in the portal. If you mouse over a portal, you can see the exit. You will see it on the mini-map. Oh, that's cool. Thank you for letting me know. We're scared of him. Ah, nah, we've got to make a move. I bless thee, the power. You may as well attack with those. Just attack with everything, except you're going to block these ones, so it's not as good a idea as you think. Lucky strike. Basically critical strike. Yeah, you can see the portal goes at the top there, actually. You're right. Well, that's neat. But in my OCD fashion, I will probably try to clear everything nearby for the time being. Got to find a way to get some alchemy dust as well. This one I'm going to be too lazy. I'm just going to do auto battle here. Accept the consequences. It's definitely quicker than me. Did you just betray? No. It's not so easy to tell who's on my side and who's on their side. The ghoul. That definitely was an easy battle, that. I wonder if it's quicker to go through the portal and then walk down the road to here. Doesn't seem like that much quicker, to be honest. May as well check out the Mage Guild then. See you got any new spells. Maybe. Looks about the same. I didn't know if fortification did creature growth. I just assumed it was defense. Oh well, that is pretty good then. Oh, you can choose. Well, none of these are too important. Oh, actually there's a guy. There's a guy. He doesn't look friendly though. Well. Oh, well. Each fortification has different choices. Fortifications. That does seem like a nightmare to get through them. I wonder if you get the units for free. The creatures that join. Probably not, just for the fight. Pretty much either let him attack or just run off to my other base. He looks quite strong. Because I've got to have a lot of units in here. So I either just let him take it, because he can't build anything. And then I'll come back and deal with him afterwards. Yeah, you can have it. You can build it up for me. I appreciate that. Thank you. There you go, that's better. Guess we go fight him. Or we carry on creeping. He's running over, is he? He might just come over to me anyway. Hard to say. Or you could just run around and start creeping stuff. I lost one marksman. That's going to cost me the fight. Well, let's put him in the base. And let's see what he does. Ah! He's going to just debate me, isn't he? What if I should just get rid of him then? I can get more forces here. You can choose for auto combat, can't you? In the settings. What would be good is if you could choose for auto combat when you get into this menu. Okay, I'll just casually get 6 of those. And you can upgrade them as well. The Noble Cavalry. Or the Sun Spear. So Sun Spear probably get buffs from spells. Yeah, there you go. Increased speed initiative. That's an interesting concept though. So you'd want to play like a proper spellcaster that does buffs every single round. At the moment that's not what my guy does, so I'll probably just take the other characters. Unavailable. The noises. I can actually just go into fights. Can't make it to the base in time. So I can't cheese that. Kind of wanted to get into the base. I feel like I could save myself a lot of hassle if I don't get into a fight with him that I don't have to have. I just need to get the timing right. As long as he's out of position. Oh, he's going for it. That will do then. Yeah, exactly. It could cost. I can kill him, but I don't want to lose too much, because then I can go around the rest of the map and clear it more quickly. Attack! The enemy has finished placing creatures and is waiting for you. That's nice. I guess we start. I'm going to move you out. Spread you out a little bit. Those are the extra units you get. You get 144 of them. That's a lot, isn't it? So he's got Death Knight or Dread Knight. Merchant of Death. Skeleton Warrior. The Wrath. He hasn't got any range units. Spell power is not super high either, so I think we'll swap over to spell power. Thick Hide. As far as I know, he can't do much against me. Might end up doing more damage if I just do Blessing on my archers. And just wait. And he got the wall as well. Pick your choice. Down for the count. Yeah, this is going to save me some units, that's for sure. Oi! You what, mate? I could lose those troops probably because they're just they're free units. That one will fly over, so you want to shoot that one next. Yeah, tower. The towers don't act automatically then. Gotcha. Looking like you're in a pickle, mate. Big heals. Yeah, I think that wasn't the best fight, was it? Taking my time. Certainly works against the computer. That's just the dogs that want to get in. They want to get in on this action. We're not going to let them though. There's quite a delay on the tower shots. Oh. Finish him. Well, I didn't lose too much that way. That's going to save me some hassle. Magic slippers. Does that indicate that it's an upgrade? Because it's got like a little green arrow there. Oh, I see. You can upgrade it. But you need alchemical dust. You probably do want to use the alchemical dust on that than anything else in this. Because the level's temporary, whereas the artifacts are going to stick with you. Although most of this stuff's going to get replaced anyway. So it's debatable which one. The last coin is nice because at least it's luck. What a lucker. Yeah, I'm not sure I like the dust being used for, like, dwellings, because it holds you back. Right, well, I think the logical thing to do here now is, because we had the big advantage of winning that fight without too much trouble, is I simply just go collect forces and now crack on with the rest of the quest. Instead of OCD going around collecting every single nook and cranny. Ah, I've got to attack the base now. Because he's put units in it. I just assumed I was going to walk in. Why can't I just walk in? This is where the flying units really come in. Being able to just fly over. I forgot to upgrade spells. I'm not sure if it really did that much. Not that it matters. Like a fool, he opened the gate. Objective. Yeah, I can't buy the troops though. He stole that from me. Mage Guild 2 is banned on the first base, so I couldn't upgrade that anyway. So what are you on about? Upgrading spells? Okay, so we'll probably just take the portal, which will take us over here, or up that one. We have to defeat the necropolis and find the scout, so I want to find the scout. And there's a question mark down here. Oh, that's going to be the scout, actually. Okay, we'll go here then instead. A blind dragon or something. It's a red dragon. It's got so much armor on it, can't see. It's not like the old days where you could cheese and just fly over to the enemy in one go. This game seems to punish you more for that. We're gonna just shoot him down now. Not as much damage as I thought I'd do. He's gonna get at me, isn't he? He probably can burn through you as well, so I might want to just split my troops. I'm gonna end up leaving you guys alone, sorry. It's just a prank. We might go for the griffins, actually. There you go. I gave him the opportunity. Didn't do too much damage, though. I assume you can't cast spells now. It's strange how spells have like a cooldown on it if you cast it. I guess it forces you to basically try different spells instead of using the same one over and over. I'd still like to... I wonder if they've got mods. They probably have mods for this game. Like I said, that's the one I want to know the most. Because he can damage it, but he's not going to kill it. So is that guy going to kill it? Yeah, see? So you can see the actual damage he's going to do. And then I can make a better tactical decision based on that. Oh, is that +3 to attack? +2 to attack and defense. It's a nice looking sword. Hidden pathway, you say? So this is the hidden pathway. Attack. This is a definite auto battle. I don't want to think about it. Oops, that's the wrong button. I'm getting stabbed up now. Reyna's Raiders camp. There's Bilbo. Animation speed. Ah. Don't need the portal. Oh, there's another computer. I can't see what it is. Oh no, it's not actually. I thought that was an actual horse. Ah, autoplay the remaining battle. Does that auto do it? Isn't that the same thing? Are you sure you want to auto? Yeah, there you go. You want quicker fights once you get strong enough. But I don't see an option for that until you're in the fight. That one doesn't show where the portal goes. So maybe it doesn't show where the portal goes if it's in the black mask. Find the scout. So that guy wasn't the scout then. I thought he was. The scout's supposed to be in the Undead Lands. I don't want to kill him and beat him yet. I want to make sure I do the other side quest or whatever. Not seeing any scouts here though. He'd probably have a question mark if he was here. So I'm just going to walk past you for the time being. Don't mind me. Just having a nice little look at your lovely neighborhood. That looks like a nice weapon. You just go around looking for the loot. They're going to run away and let me take it for free. There's a dark... Oh man, I just got that sword. Technically it's better. Is the main character a bull by design, or did Witty model it after himself? This character's from... I said Warcraft 3. Here's a Might Magic 3. Gunner. Ah, there you are. That'll be it. Probably. There's also a golden question mark on the map too, I can see. Attack. Let's see what happens if we do this now. I'm getting lazy. Take us back. Iridescent Abbey. So that then allows you to probably build, but you got to escort them. Escort the priestesses. So we've got the priestesses not in our character, so where are they? If you've got to escort them. Maybe you just have to walk over to the abbey and then it does the job. Oh, this is dust. Oh, I didn't know what that was. That's cool. So yeah, you sort of like, you play the level, and then when you feel like you're strong enough, then you just go around speeding through things a little bit. That's the way I look at it. I can even upgrade the axe I just got. Big, big, big. They're in my inventory. No, they're not. Oh, they are, actually. Oh. Okay. I've snuck them into my pocket. What's the question mark over here? Who's this sus-looking chap? Miss Dust. I have to waste another day now for that. Blast it, she's dead. Seems trustworthy. You can resurrect her. What payment do you want? What's the part? Shard of Serenity. Can't I just pay you enough? Yeah, he doesn't want money. I got 72,000. So what's this artifact? It's up the top here, or it's down here. And there's a portal to that. And that portal is over here. And it's guarded by these cheeky chaps. Whatever the hell that is. So we've got to work out how to get over there. Another question mark. Sun Herald. Do you want to fit in my pocket as well? Actually just gave me some stats. Okay, fair enough. That's the way it's going to be. It's the way it's going to be. There's question marks all over the place here. There's a lot to do, obviously. You don't have to do everything on the map. But I will do the question mark stuff at least. no time for those games. Shut this stupid footman down that wants to fight me. Gonna give him the old despair if I can find it. That's right. Feel the pain. I didn't know I had this chap in my group. I hired them. That can't be good for my morale, can it? Where's my morale? Gunner, what's your morale like? I still have good morale, to be honest. Oh, that's a clean shot. Just can't get a break. Alright, don't go through there. Calm yourself down. Let's go to the Abbey. Priestess removed from your inventory. There's 2 of them now. Thank you, and goodbye. He's chasing me. There's another artifact there. Scholar's Wisdom, +2 knowledge versus +1 knowledge. I mean, technically it's better, so I guess we'll take it. But we're gonna come around here. I just saw a quest there. How could I miss that? Damn it. I feel like I'm going to have to walk all the way back over there. I was just lining up to get back to my base. I'm taking the alchemy dust whilst I can. That's basically it for here. All the other stuff is just extra that I don't really need. Alright, I'm coming back. You will get more heroes later, so collecting items is good. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. You know, it's like... I don't need to get the stats so much anymore these days, because they'll just drop off anyway at the start of the next mission. As long as I'm strong enough, that's the way it is. I can start moving through the rest of the level, just picking the things that I want to pick, rather than just grabbing everything for the sake of it. There's no need to do that. Didn't I do the entire Hotter campaign on Hom 3? I don't think I did the whole Hotter thing. That's the piratey one. I didn't like it as much, because there's too much boat bullshit, and I felt like the balance was off on it. Oh, that's right. He's just letting me know that he wants the shard. Okay, I understand. I thought it was something I hadn't done. Alright, let's go. Let's go, boys. That portal's miles away. That portal's miles away. I can probably build, actually, the Abbey bases. No? I thought they might be open to me since I saved the sisters. Didn't I have a series on Witty 1? I mean, yeah. You can always check my backlog. I got a lot of Heroes of Might and Magic videos. Aye, Captain. Music's nice. We bought what we need to buy here. So just go over to the other little base, pop over there, see what's happening. Whilst I'm close to the middle bit. The spells feel kind of all over the place. Not too hard to work with, but they feel like they should be... Yeah, you could organize them like that. That's interesting. Ah, okay. In a way, I kind of want to program it so it only gives me control of the marksman and ignores the other units. So I don't have to press the button D. Am I too lazy? Whee! Gotta do a quest for these girls now. Who wants a temporary scroll? It's kind of true, to be honest. Temporary one-time use. You gain the weakening raise scroll. Oh wow, so good. So what do they want me to do for it? Bring the Shard of Serenity to cluster. That was the other thing. They don't want the... Release the weakening raise spell. They won't give you the fire wand unless you help them. How do I release the weakening raise spell? Adds the weakening raise spell. So I just have to use it, do I, in a fight? And then they'll just let me take it. Okay. Who wants to fight then? So I just got to use the spell. Weakening Ray. And then we can just finish the fight. Job done. Oi! Watch where you're going. It's kind of funny. Again? They're taking the piss, these girls. Let's go fight him and use whatever that is. Death is merely a setback. What other spell did they give me though? I have to remember what it was called. Do you guys remember? It's Shade Cloak, wasn't it? Target cannot be targeted. I don't have to ever use both spells in the fight, do I? I'm pretty sure it's just the cloak. Yeah. But there better not be any more after this one. Last one, we promise. Okay, who wants to fight? Who's up for it? I'm looking for someone to kill. There you go. Thank you. Cave in it is. Cave in. Deals damage. Let's have a look at that again. I'm just trying to speed for it. Deals magic damage to the target enemy. All adjacent empty hexes are filled. That's cool. That's more like a Heroes of Might Magic 5 spell. So you can block them in. That's the sort of Heroes of Might Magic spells. 5 spells that were fun. Because you can interact with like the terrain and basically fuck up the AI completely. I can go to the joust now. I'm pretty sure I'm strong enough to finish, regardless. I've already visited this, so I guess I can't get any more. So we got defeat, bring the shard, return to the pixies. You got to go to the pixies. There's no way there's another scroll. This is a funny quest, to be honest. Spatial snare scroll. This is an excuse to have a look at this left-hand side, see if there's any alchemist dust over here. Okay. There won't be any creatures left on the map to kill soon at this rate. I have to keep going fighting the AI. He's over here though. I don't want to chase too far. Yeah, come back. Come back. Oh, he's running away now. There's the dust building. There's a bust building for dust. Where's that? What dust building? Oh, this lab. Okay, I'll have a look at it soon. He's starting to fight me. I'm going to do a fireball. And then I'm going to let the rest pop off. Yeah, barely took a scratch of damage there. Not a problem. So you can alchemy dust this. And you can create... Oh shit, I can get 345. Whoa, look at that. There you go. Okay. They gave you a way to get the dust. Oh, I didn't use the scroll. Fuck. No. So I'm getting too impatient. I think there's still something to fight on the map. I mean, he'll rebuild his hero anyway, probably. So if you just camp, he'll probably come back with another hero next turn. Just give him a chance. Okay, he's not doing it. Who else? There you go. We got someone. Oh, he's come back now. Spatial snare. Place up to 2 invisible traps on 3 hexes. Traps trigger when a ground creature moves them and halts them. If the trapped hex is the creature's final destination, the trap does not trigger. So it has to be on his path. Interesting. So that should have worked now, because that wasn't his final step. Don't forget to take enemy buildings at every opportunity. No, I understand what you're saying. If I'm in more trouble, then I'll do something like that. But I'm clearly going to be able to just win this level. So, I don't need to. I don't have to do any more effort than I need to put in. Conserving energy, right? They're actually quite useful. I'll be curious to see how far this rabbit hole goes. Oh, okay. Ah, it knows. The temporary scrolls have got to be gotten rid of. Oh, teaches you how to use them. That cave-in one could actually probably be very helpful. Finally can upgrade these. Kind of unstoppable. Power plays. Yeah. I may as well just leave those behind. You only need a few units here. Keep it simple, right? Those will do. The rest is nonsense. So we've got to get inside of there, which is the portal up here. Okay. Dun 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 dun. It's the Terminate music. What's this? Until the end of the mission. Again, end of the mission. That's trash. Alchemy dust. Hooray. If you keep defeating the computers, you can get all their items. Any items they find that they haven't got rid of yet. I cannot approach it. Only in perfect quiet can you claim the artifact. Well, I'm not sure what that means. Perfect quiet. Do I have a spell that can cast perfect quiet? Don't move, basically. End the turn. Did I do it? Ha! There you go. Big brain. Such a genius. Yes. Just upgrade everything. I can afford it, basically. I'm rich, I tell you. Rich. Okay. Time to go visit cheeky boy over here. And then take out the computer. This guy's panicking. I might just kill him before he runs away. So then I only got the guy on the left. Here's your precious artifact. Nice. Why did you jack me back? Give me answers. I want answers. I need you to tell me about the last mission, yeah. Wild ones are going to get a visit. A happy ending. So now we just got to defeat the necropolis. So let's go do that. To battle. I don't think there's anything else I need to collect on the map. It's been a fun little ride. So let's go deal with these filthy necromancers. Be a little anticlimactic to do the auto battle, although I am very tempted. You do get addicted to it. I'll give you the fireball treatment. I'll fly over. Do the big damage now. Ah, fireball's on a 2 cooldown. So does a tier 2 spell have 2 turn cooldown? Blink teleports the target friendly unit. Oh, that's cool. There you go. Get him in there and start killing. choices fulfilled. Ta-da! I suppose what I could do for the next one is load the save and then do the other mission.
Hardly a surprise.
But probably carry on from this one, if you see what I mean.
These Medusians.
The so-called wild ones, yes.
Nonsense. They were summoned to serve. This is precisely why we never made a quadrumvirate.
Melkia, ruler must temper judgment with wisdom.
And I must temper my patience before you descend into this long-solved, tiresome debate. Our task is clear. Either rescue Valentina, or extract answers from those who took her.
Venturing into the deepest caves isn't a task for one. Gunnar has already put in a great effort. We should send someone with him.
On this one, I agree. Let's send that elemental whelp with him. The depths are unpredictable. Better to have something equally unpredictable.
Oh, the other choice is the same mission, just faction choices are opposite. Oh, okay. So probably not so necessary to redo that for the sake of you guys.
Now,
it's not like a completely different level. Thanks for letting me know.
We shall proceed.
That's the sort of thing I could just do off stream or whatever. So that's done. And then you got these paths here, Burning Hearts and Saving the Night. I'm not sure exactly which one I'm doing next, but stay tuned for more, and I'll see you in the next one. So we do a save here. Act 1. Go from here. And then you got that save in the bag. And then you go back and load that. And you try the Dusk Treaty. Because it's just a one-off mission, isn't it? I don't think it changes the results of what you get here. Next mission depends on which side you pick. Does it? Because that's what I mean. That'll be a whole different series of ones you could do. That'll get complicated. If it was just a one-off mission, it's one thing. But if it opens up like 2-3 separate missions, then I'm not sure how to sort of engage that. Other than just to complete the main story with the other one first, and then go back once I've done Act 1. Since I don't think it's going to matter, right? Yeah, it looks like the same position for this necropolis, except we're red instead of blue now. Okay, it's something I'll have to give some thought. Work out what I'm going to do with that. It's the same sort of mission. Find the scout. Go about your business. Oh my gosh, the Vampire Lord looks fucking cool. That's nice they got a vampire. He could be really OP if he does get lifesteal. Does he get lifesteal? Nice. And it can revive fallen units. That's so cool. There's huge potential for that. To clear out the whole map with just vampire only and get strong enough. They are pretty amazing. He's got the shakes. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I'll finish things up now. I don't know, they changed the model. I never played that much of the beta. Doo-doo-doo. Oh my gosh. Until tomorrow, indeed. Indeed. Interesting. Oh my gosh. All right, have a good one. Once again, I'll pop you over to Archimon again. I've got to get cracking on with me editing.